Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? As always, as usual, of course, the King of Lightning here today on a Thursday. That's my busiest day of the week. And I'm here nonetheless to do a Bleach chapter review. You should be automatically on your knees praying to whoever you believe in, the Lord, Allah, Jesus, Yahweh, whoever, and just thank him. Thank you! The King is here on a Thursday! But whatever, man. Thing here is that I'm here, obviously, to do Bleach chapter 600. Whoa! A Tide Kubo milestone. Chapter 600. That is 600. Now, mind you, a lot of these chapters are nothing but pure black and white panels, but whatever. It doesn't matter, right? We let that slide, because it technically counts in the grand scheme of things. But I suppose, congratulations. Let's clap. 600. So, this chapter was because I want to dive right in. Before I dive right in, right, I need to put on my actual bathing suit here. And the bathing suit is this. I can't do a live reaction today, or this week I should say, because Comic-Con, it starts today, but I'm going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't have any time on those days to do any videos. Probably not. So, doing a live reaction and editing the live reaction takes too much time. And I'm leaving tomorrow morning from Buffalo around like 5 o'clock in the morning. So basically, I need to do this now, and it has to be reviewed because I can't do the reviews later on. That's the way it is. So, unfortunately, no live reaction this week, but next week, probably. And the thing here is that I think this chapter would have been a very good chapter to do a live reaction for. So, I do regret that, but that's the way the world works. Some things just take priority, and since Comic-Con's once a year, it takes priority. So, that being said, the chapter in of itself, first of all, whoa, like when the chapter first kicked off, X-Axis, oh my god, if that was real, if that was actually legit, I would have lost my I did lose my mind. I was like, get the and the cities crumbled. Oh my god, it's crazy. I was hyped, and listen, do I have a bias? Fuck yeah, I have a bias. Why? Yeah, I have a huge bias. But also, he's one of those rare shooters in Bleach. And when it comes to his type of shooting style, he's a sniper. I mean, you have guys like Colonel Sanders, and you have Stark, who had their dual guns going on here. Well, yeah, Colonel Sanders, I think he had 2 guns. I'm pretty sure he had 2 pistols. But this guy is a full-on sniper, and he's just like, and I'm like, yo, that's beastly. And when the cities crumbled, like, you can clearly see why these guys are a few notches above the rest. That's very obvious. No complete holy form, no nothing. Just, gone. I'm like, oh, fucking, oh, whoa. But then, no. The Royal Guard are in effect. And first of all, Senjumaru's still alive, obviously. And, because even though it was epic, I did feel that something was off. Because it was too easy. Like, I figure, where's the ball guy? Where's the Queen of Cereals? Where the frick is Kirinji? Like, Kirinji, he's like disappeared completely. And it was just kind of weird how it was so easy. And how it looked like Senjumaru had actually died. And then you had Per Ninja just roll up into a ball and just throw off to the wayside to get out of Yubok's way. Make a path. Watch your step, sire. Knuckles down. Like, I'm like, what the so that was funny. But at the same time, like, this can't be legit. And lo and behold, not legit. If Kubo had actually made that legit, that would have been huge. But keep in mind that when it comes to a lot of shonen mangaka, they don't normally pull that stuff off. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. You'll see this stuff in seinen a lot, or quite a bit, where something will happen very unexpected, but you would think that it would go against the flow of the story, but they're changing the entire pace of the story, or at least for that part of the arc entirely. if you kill off the hyped up Royal Guard like that, like it was that easy, oh, then you're changing the entire flow. You're changing the entire rhythm. But no, Kubo didn't do that. And of course, they had this whole thing going on. I think when it came to the clothes or the cloth that Senjumaru had around them, I think it was more or less like a weird, like, almost like a Toon Force, like Looney Tune, Bugs Bunny type of thing, where they were actually, like, engaging in combat, like, within the clothes, and then when they moved the clothes, like, they were back in, like they were in, like, this one circular area. They're in, like, this one spot. And then, because, in essence, they were in the clothes. Like, it's kind of weird, but it's like, the clothes weren't, like, the clothes were surrounding them, but they were also, like, in the clothes, like, interacting with the clothes, per se. Like, you feel me? Like, it's kind of weird to explain. But the point here is that you have them now being trapped, and all the Royal Guard, aside from Kirinji, because Kirinji's there, I just don't know what the fuck he is, but he was there against fucking Blazold. Point here is that, obviously, you have the Royal Guards finally pull out all the stops. First of all, this entire thing was a ruse, and the real Royal Palace area was actually in the opposite direction. So, you are back messed up from Jump Street. Senjumaru had this whole cover cloth thing laid out from Jump Street. And then it was Queen Asirio's pulling out the Hashirama cells and then wood, yeah. And this kind of threw me off. Apparently, we find out that the food that she makes, she grows from her own body. That's not, no. You see, I mean, that's something that you don't tell. Oh, by the way, like, the food you're eating, like, the salad that you're eating, that tomato, guess what? I grew it out of my own hand. Ooh. What? See, no. I mean, yeah, it's healthy for you, obviously. Well, actually, that's not obvious, but, jeez, like, wow, that was, nah. This is, nah. There's something really off about that. And because, like, there's a little sprinkle of, like, cannibalism in there where, okay, it's, like, my own cells, but it's not human flesh, it's a tomato. But it's still your own cells, so it's kind of like, oh, or it's your own reishi, or whatever. So it's like, oh, like, it's just not, I don't know, there's something wrong about that. Something fundamentally wrong about that. But either way, point here is that the tree that she has that surrounds the cage is it's pretty good. It's taking the attacks, or it's instantly generating from the attacks of X-axis, and it can even block the spaces that, you know, cover it, like just react to his attacks. So it's a pretty good cage. It really is fantastic. So, you know, showing some obvious merit to the Queen of Sirius, who so far seem like to be just very meh with everything, but she actually does have some credibility. In fact, when it comes to the Royal Guard thus far, it looks like the ones that are just lacking are Kirinji, and the ball guy hasn't really gone yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But then in comes the final thing with Nimaya. And this was weird, alright? He's coming in there doing like the whole countdown, like Ju, Q, Hachi, and then he's just going down. Apparently his name is like based on a pun after, like, when you go to 4, 3, 2, 1 in Japanese. Apparently his name is based on a pun from that, and I'm not really understanding that whole pun concept, but whatever. Apparently that's what it is. And his sword was like in like a container, like a cube of water, like a fish tank, if you would. And he just rips it out like, yeah. And the way he ripped it out, like, there was a small panel, but the way he took it out, almost as if like the water was like some kind of cloth, and then he just like took it off, or like he took out the sword from the water and he's ready to go. So I question why the sword wasn't water in the first place. Maybe because it was like newly forged, so it was very hot, and then so now he's ready to go, something like that. I'm not too sure. But the point here is that they're going ham. It looks like there's gonna be a damn cage match, and it's Nimaya leading the charge inside the cage match. So I would assume that Kirinji would also be in there, but again, where he is right now, I'm not too sure. So things are obviously it's here. Like, here is the battle: Royal Guard versus Yhwach and the boys, we them boys. Okay, so what I do find fascinating here is that even though you have the Royal Guard like coming out and like they're doing their thing, it looks like the ones that haven't really done anything at all are, well, Perninda has done a few things here and there, but nothing too big. And Noglavar hasn't done a damn thing, like seriously. And plus, keep in mind that there's still Hashfald and Uryu, and how strong Uryu is now from when he was back in the day, who knows? I can't really gauge. And of course, there's Yhwach himself. When X-Axis was like kneeling down in front of Yhwach, telling him to like watch his step as he walked, Yhwach, his eyes shifted, as if like he knew that this was like all a rouge. Like he was just playing the game because he knew that the game was going on. So I'm not too sure if that's the case or not. But like his eyes kind of like shifted when the guy bowed down, as if like everything was taken care of, which obviously was not the case. So Yhwach himself has still yet to actually go in. So keep in mind that, again, Noglavar hasn't done a damn thing. Perninda hasn't really done that much at all. And then there's Hashball, who you know is OP as all hell. And then there's Uryu himself and the main man, Yhwach. So, I mean, honestly, I don't think that Yhwach is going to lift the damn finger until the Soul King comes out. I'm calling it, alright? I could be wrong as fuck, but I'm just calling it right now. I believe that Yhwach isn't going to lift a damn finger until Soul King comes out. Or Ichigo. Yeah. I'll plug in that safeguard too. So, overall, the chapter. Again, I do like it. The shock value, just the ferocity of Yhwach and we them boys. However, the Royal Guard clearly living up to their name. They're not slouches. They're not bitches. Alright, they're grade A hardened warriors. Even though they look funky and funny as all hell. I mean, Queen of Cereals. Well, that kind of talent, you expect some fucking... you expect just all types of nasty and gross. And she is. But at the same time, that nasty and gross is beastly. It is ferocious. So, and also now we see why her cooking ties into her losing weight, having a more voluptuous figure, and how she can't use any more reishi or ryatsu because she directly grows the food from her own body. She doesn't have a farm in her city. No. It's, I grow my own food, literally. Bam, here's the food. So now that we established that, now we can see why she changes into that shape later on when she has no ryatsu or reishi. So overall, the chapter, once again, I'm going to give a rating of I like the chapter. I'm going to give a rating of a good plus, and I will see you guys later. So rate the video, comment, subscribe, and next week, when I have more time, obviously, there will be a live reaction. So peace and have a nice day. One last thing I want to mention, keep in mind that the miracle, I believe in miracles, and the X-axis, they're still calm, relatively speaking. Like, you have Mr. Miracle over here, alright? Valkyrie, he's just like chilling, like having a blast. So he's making fun of X-Axis, like, oh, I thought that you were the guy who could blast away anything. And then you have X-Axis respond, actually, it's pierced or anything, get it right? So, it's funny. So, like, even though you have this situation where they seemingly are at a disadvantage, it looks like we them boys are actually quite okay with it. Like, they're not worried at all, remotely. So, again, showcasing the power and the confidence of we them boys. So I'm done. Alright, I'll see you guys later.